everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is James and it is monthly update. Now there was no weekly update this week because I thought what I would do is just leave it a few more days. By the way, it is the 31st of August 2023. I thought I'd do it like the month just because it'd be easy to look back on and I could, just wrap up what my thoughts were over the month and what we're going to do going forward and stuff like that. So yeah, it's the end of the month. And yeah, that's why there was no weekly update this week. So it's going to be a bit weird. It's going to be up on a Thursday, but it's fine. And then next week we'll carry on from the Monday. But yeah, as of this week, my weigh-in, so I weighed myself today. Last week I weighed in at 340.5, so 340 pounds, 0.5. And as of today, I am down to 339 on the dot. So that is 1.5 pounds, which is fine. We're in the 30s now, which I'm excited about. If you watched the video last week, I talked about how we're approaching the 330s mark, and we've just crossed that threshold now, and we're getting closer and closer to that goal, which I'm really excited about, is the 100-pound loss. But I spoke about more about that last week, and I'll talk about more when we get to that. So we've got a little bit of ways to go. It's probably going to be maybe by the end of this month, if my calculations are correct, but maybe by the end of this month and into October, we'll be in that range for 100 pounds loss. But yeah, £1.50 is completely fine. Yeah, monthly update. This whole month, I think just on average, it's been, I think, just over £8 lost this month, which in itself doesn't sound a lot, but that is roughly £2 per week, which is what I am. What I do is is projected. Okay, so this is editing me. I am just going over the video that I recorded this morning. It's actually just after 9 p.m. I just want to quickly throw in this bit here and say that I know I say I lose around £2 per week, which is like on average, and I know I could lose more weight a week. I know I can do it. But to be honest with you, I'm trying to lose it at a constant and a regular pace and not try and lose too much weight at one time, because a lot of times you find people, I'm not crash dieting, I've just changed my diet, and I've spoken on this before, but I just want to quickly say that, yeah, I know I could probably lose maybe double that if I really, really starve myself and whatnot. But I feel like if you crash diet, and I know for a fact in previous attempts over the years, yeah, you end up crash dieting and you end up failing. So I'm trying to lose it at a regular pace, and yeah, I think £2, £2 to £3 per week average is pretty decent and consistent and doable. So yeah, back to me then. Pounds a week, and I've said this many times before. Sometimes it's gone down £3.5, and sometimes it's been £1, and it fluctuates obviously weight, but on average it's around £2, which is literally what I'm projected to lose every week. So if you didn't know, it is 3,500 calories per pound of body weight. So roughly £2 a week, 7,000 calories, which is literally roughly. I mean, I don't sit and count. I'm not like counting 322 calories, because I think problem with that is in the past I've got obsessed with stuff like that, and I don't want to fall into that trap. What I tend to do now is if I'm eating something that says it's 570 calories a meal or something like that, I'll just round it up to 600. That's all I do. So I'm always overestimating, because it's better to overestimate than underestimate your calorie intake. But yeah, and as for exercising, I literally just came off the trip. If you see my YouTube short, by the way, I basically did a YouTube short saying I've done this video. This video is here. So if you haven't seen that, but if you have, I was on the treadmill. I literally put some food on. I was going to do an extra 30 minutes whilst I was waiting for it to cook, and I was just end up going for the hour. So if I look a little bit sweaty, then that's the reason why, and that's the reason why I'm wearing a tank top. So excuse that. But yeah, weights is good. And also, I think I did mention last week that with my bench press and the bent over rows, I made a mistake. I thought I had 40 kilograms on it, and it was actually 43. Well, I was wrong again. It was actually 46.5. And I double, tripled, and quadruple checked it this time. So I'm actually bench pressing for 12 reps, 6 sets when I do my weights, 46.5 kilograms. And then, yeah, I do bent over rows, 6 sets, 10 reps per time, 46.5 kilograms. So it's even more than I thought. So, yeah, that feels good. I mean, obviously I'm trying to get, you want to get stronger, and it's good to see a progression. But like I said before, the whole like aesthetic thing with building muscle or whatever, that's just a bonus. I'm not really sitting here going, oh, I need to see it. And don't get me wrong, I have seen a difference. I'm not going to stand here and start flexing and stuff like that, because it's probably not going to impress anybody. But I personally have noticed a difference. And like I said in one of the old videos that I did a couple of weeks ago, I have actually been taking pictures of myself in different different poses, so front, side, and back. And I am planning on putting those all together and showing like a timeline of the changes. That's something I have in mind a little bit later down the line. I don't have enough video or footage right now to make anything substantial, so it's going to have to be over a period of time. I only started doing that besides when I literally first started this back in January. I did that sort of thing, and then a couple of weeks ago I compared myself to that. But I'm on about from when I started again doing that kind of stuff. It's only been like 3 or 4 times. So yeah, I need a longer period of time to put something together substantial to show progress and stuff like that. So in that YouTube short, I also mentioned about legs, and I said I was going to talk about training legs. Now, I haven't trained legs at all. The only things I've trained are, well, I probably have trained my legs with me walking as much as I do now and on the treadmill and incline, and my body weight carrying it around is obviously going to do something to the legs. And I can notice it a little bit, but as in like dedicating training legs with weights, I haven't done that. And the reason why is I don't think I need to right now. Like I said, I'm not really trying to get like ripped and big muscular guy and stuff like that. I'm just basically trying to do something as well as and like I say, I keep saying it is nice to see a difference. I get that, and I'm not saying it's not nice to see a difference, because I have noticed a difference in like my shoulders, my arms, and my back and things like that. But that's because I've been training those. So obviously you're going to see a difference with me losing weight regularly or at a consistent pace, and also lifting weights 3 to 4 times a week. So obviously I'm going to see a difference. So I'm not saying that I don't like that. It's just that I'm not really trying to I'm not trying to become a bodybuilder or something like that. I'm just trying to do it as well as as long as alongside cardio to lose weight. That's my big goal, is losing weight. Stuff like that can come further down the line. The reason why I haven't really been training legs, not because I don't want to, it's just the fact that, well, it is kind of that I don't want to, but I'm kind of worried because a few years ago, maybe like back in 2016, I think it was, I had an accident where and it wasn't even crazy. I was just, cut a long story short, I moved home. I was in a shared home. I left some of my stuff with one of the housemates. I said, can I come and leave it there and come back later date? He said, yeah. I went back up a few months later. It was summertime. It was like July time. When we actually had hot weather, by the way. It's been actually miserable this summer. But anyway, that's a different point. Yeah, when we were just sitting in the garden, he was drinking a cup of tea. I was just sitting there. We were just kicking a ball to each other. Like, I don't know. We wouldn't even, we're just tapping a ball to each other. And he kicked the ball like a football. And at one point, I stretched out. And so I stretched, and my leg, so your leg goes, how can I do this? Let's just do it this way. So your leg goes, up like that, up forward, where your knee is, your knee, here's your leg, right? And here's your foot, okay? Imagine that. Well, my leg went the other way. So instead of going back to forward, that's all about. But instead of going back to forward, it went left to right at like, a 90-degree angle. And I can only imagine, describe it as, think of a swing door. It went like that. And the pain was unbelievable. And obviously your leg's not supposed to bend that way. And I originally thought I broke my leg. Now, I'm going to say something right now. If you're a vegan or you don't like some people don't like being described certain things or noises, I'm going to give you a 5-second warning about what I'm about to say. So there's going to be a clock around about here. I'm going to count for 5 seconds. Right. So, if you if you get a chicken leg, okay, and then you snap or break the leg or break the bone from the cartilage, and it makes that sort of that noise, that whatever the hell that noise is. Imagine that, but 10 times worse and louder. That's what it sounded like in my leg. And then the pain was, oh man, the pain was, I've never felt any pain like it. That's why I thought I snapped my leg. I was scared to look down. But I put I'm lying on my side on the ground. I screamed out. I don't care. I screamed. It was terrible. And I put my hand on my knee, and I could feel in between my leg. I was like, what the hell is that? I looked down, and there was no bone, but I was like, God, my knee's not there. My kneecap, my patella, if you want to be precise. So, I mean, the pain was, it was like, I've never experienced anything like it. So I put my hand around the back of my leg. So like basically the complete opposite side of where your kneecap's supposed to be. And my kneecap was there. So I was in that much pain. I don't know if it's adrenaline or what, but something possessed me to push it back round. because I don't know. I basically I pushed it. It's like literally within seconds. You know, this all happened within seconds. It was like 10 seconds, and I pushed it back, and it went plop like that, right back in place. And the pain went. Like the actual initial that sharp pain. It actually felt like somebody, I don't know, stabbed me in the leg, and just like I can't explain it. It was atrocious, because you got to realize that my whole leg bent the wrong way, 90 degrees. So all the muscles went the wrong way, and the kneecap just went, nope, I'm out of here, and it stretched everything. So I was like an idiot. I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. So I stayed there for the rest of the day, and then as the day went on, I was like, oh god, this is pretty bad. And then I woke up. I ended up staying there because I couldn't walk, and I woke up in like 4 o'clock in the morning. I was in tears. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care. The pain was atrocious. I should have rang an ambulance, but I didn't. I thought, yeah, I'll be fine. So yeah, if you ever feel like something's not right, make sure you ring an ambulance or something, because don't do what I did. That was stupid of me. But anyway, ring an ambulance. They come out, and the lady actually said to me, she's like, "Oh, do you have military training?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Why?" I was like, "Why?" She said, "Oh, it's because you popped your kneecap back in." I was like, "Yeah, I just did it." But apparently that's a military thing when it comes to dislocations. But anyway, took me there, and I ended up having to put on a splint, and yeah, my all inside my leg was all purple and all that stuff. I basically stretched all the muscles. I actually put in a splint, and when I didn't have the splint on, so when like you straighten so say I straighten my arm, right? So I straighten my arm. There you go. See, there's a bit of flexing if you notice. Look at the big flex I've got. But anyway, it's not really a flex. But so you straighten your arm, it stops, right? Boom. Well, my leg wouldn't stop there. It would bend the opposite way. It was like so. Imagine that's the leg straight, and that's me bending it normally. It would go whoop, that way. That's why I had to wear a splint, because obviously all the muscles and whatever in there were all stretched the wrong way. So anyway, I know it's a bit graphic, but that's the reason why I've struggled with doing leg stuff, because I never had surgery on it or anything like that. Apparently, I never needed surgery. I never got physiotherapy, which I was supposed to get, but I didn't due to certain circumstances at the time. I'm not going to go into that right now. It's nothing like crazy, but my personal circumstances, it was hard for me to go and travel and I'd have to travel to get physiotherapy, and my circumstances at the time was difficult for me to do that anyway. So yeah, I never end up getting physiotherapy. So over the years, it just kind of healed, and it's never really felt right. Like my kneecap was, you could feel it. It just doesn't feel right. And obviously, over the last 3+ years or so, well, minus the last couple of months, obviously, but before I started this, I as I've said before, I put on loads and loads of weight, and then hence the reason why we're sat here now, and the reason why I started this. But I put loads of weight on, so it made it worse. So it has got better. It's obviously with me being more mobile and that, but I'm still scared that if I start doing stuff, I'm going to damage it even more. So that's the long/short/long way of me telling you why I haven't done leg stuff. But I am contemplating and just testing the waters. I'm going to maybe start doing it this month. Like I said in that shorts as well, that YouTube short video, that I want to try and change things every month to keep it fresh and challenge myself a little bit more each time. So that's something that I am looking into doing, and I'm thinking about doing probably not squats, but I'm thinking about doing deadlifts. Nothing crazy, just testing it out and seeing what I can do. And I guess if I do something, it's better than nothing. But if I don't do it, it's not a problem. It's just something that I was thinking about adding. So that's that. But besides that, I think I'm going to stop rambling. At this moment in time, this recording is 14 minutes long. So I'm going to have to sort of edit some stuff out. I don't want to bore people with me rambling on. But yeah, also Instagram, if you want to follow that, there will be popping up somewhere on the screen, and there'll be a link for it in the description if you want to follow me on Instagram. I haven't really posted a lot on Instagram yet, but that's something that, I only just started the Instagram very recently, so I hope everybody's good. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe and notification bells and all that if you want to follow me along on the journey. But yeah, hope everybody's good. Stay safe, and I'll be back next week, back with the weekly updates. And yeah, I'll let you know about the leg stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.